Good morning off the reservation. Now last week we took a look at the Springfield Armory M1A Socom 16, which is a gun that I'm pretty much in love with. This thing is so cool that I can't get over it. But if we're going to take a look at the Socom 16, we pretty much have to take a look at the Socom 16's less pretty sister, the Socom 16 CQB. Now, I said less pretty sister, but that's purely an aesthetic choice. I like the look and feel of the original M1A stock, but that's just me. Now, I said the Socom 16 is a modern version of the M1A/M14, and that's kind of true. But the ultra-modern version of the M1A/M14 is this CQB model. Now again, I don't want to insult her looks. She's just not as pretty to me as the other model. However, this model is arguably more functional. And that's true for a variety of reasons. First of all, it comes in an Archangel stock, which has, a pistol grip, which we're used to in the modern era. It's also collapsible, which has a number of benefits, which we'll show here in a moment. All right, also got rail built into the bottom here, so if I want to run bipods or something like that, I'm good to go. Rail sections built into the sides. Something else that's kind of a necessity for a modern combat gun, in my opinion, I've got QD Sling Swivels built right into the sides of the front of the chassis here. Which does make this very, very useful. All right. Also notice we've got a cheek riser in the back here, which saves us on some weight, all right, but makes this gun very useful. And probably the biggest point for all you guys that are into the ultra-modern stuff, just like the Socom 16 model, we have a chunk of Picatinny rail out here if you want to put, a forward-mounted red dot and or a scout scope. But this model also comes with what I think is a better option. All right, there's a tang built in here to the rear sight that will hold one of your smaller red dots. In this case, came out of the box with a Vortex Venom on it. I like me some irons as much as the next guy, but red dots are arguably faster and easier to use. All right, same as with the Socom 16 model, it's still got a tritium front and rear, which is a fantastic backup, especially if you're going to use this as a combat gun. Now, it's also almost imperceptible unless you're holding the two side by side. All right, but the CQB model is also lighter. So out of the box, it's kind of hard to deny the advantage. With about 4 seconds worth of work, I can have a sling and a flashlight ready to rock and roll. So, really it depends on what you want to do with your gun. All right, if you're looking for like a general purpose gun and you don't really care about the whiz-bang tactical accessories, all right, the Socom 16 is an option. If you're using this as a replacement for, a combat gun or a duty gun, CQB chassis model, probably better for you. Now, let's talk about a couple things with collapsible stock. It's a 6th position just like an AR-15, which does a number of things for you. It's got full length of pull, all right, so if you're, a grown man trying to use this like a real rifle, good to go. All right, if you're smaller statured, super easy to collapse this in. Now, one other advantage of the collapsible stocks, I'm going to talk about on the channel here very often because I don't put armor on unless I absolutely have to. But, in my opinion, a collapsible stock is a huge advantage if you're going to be wearing a bullet bouncer for any reason. I've always found that if I'm wearing armor, it's significantly easier for me to use a rifle if I collapse at 1 or 2 positions. Just something about the way armor is built and feels. Another thing with armor, a lot of times if I'm doing actual real CQB, I like to center mount my rifle. With a fully extended stock, that's actually just a little bit silly. But if I collapse it all the way, catch the toe here in the top plate, I'm good to go. So the CQB model does offer some advantages. All right, now we got to find out if this thing will run, which is always my favorite part of the day. All right, so we're going to take her for a test drive, which I know breaks my heart. I'm sure it does yours too. Can't wait. All right, so for ammo sponsors today, we have 2 fantastic options. First, we have Speared Gold Dot 150 grain. All right, this is a fantastic duty load. All right, and it's built for lethal effect. Second, we have Federal Premium Gold Metal, and this is an exciting round that came out last year called the Juggernaut. Basically, whenever Federal decided to expand their gold metal line and include some burger bullets, they didn't want to just duplicate the capabilities of the other gold metal bullets that run Sierras. So instead of a 175, it went with a 185. appropriate name on the juggernaut there. These things are absolutely vicious. So we're going to run some of these today, as well as the 150s. Should be a good time. Alright, so there you have it. If you're in the market for a duty rifle that's a little bit different, you want to shoot man-sized bullets out of a proven platform, but you want all the modern features, the Springfield Armory M1A Socom 16 CQB variant is definitely worth taking a look at.